This case on April 19th of 2016.
I was.
Can you explain what the operation was?
My role in the operation was that
May I interrupt you for just one moment? Could we approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
So my role in the operation was of a gang member, and what I was instructed to do was to contact and bump Donna Adelson.
What does bump mean?
A bump is a law enforcement operation during which an undercover agent or an undercover police officer would conduct a face-to-face meeting or encounter with a subject or a person of interest in an investigation. And what we look for, the results we look to get would be one or a combination of either I would try to extract, or the undercover would try to extract information, or they would try to pass on information, or possibly set up a future meeting with the individual, or tickle a wire or a telephonic intercept, or tickle a wire.
In this case, was it an attempt to tickle a wire?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so we had a wiretap going at the time that you did the bump.
Yes.
Okay. And what does tickle the wire mean?
Well, when you tickle the wires, when you're doing a Title III, what we call a Title III, a phone intercept, and there's not much activity going on that phone intercept, what you want to do is approach somebody and see if they will start talking about whatever the investigation is looking into.
All right, so you were asked to approach Donna Adelson. Is that what you did?
That is correct.
Where did that happen?
I believe that happened in South Miami, somewhere near her residence.
Okay. And did you just walk up to her on the street, sidewalk?
I did.
Okay. And what did you do?
Well, I was instructed to walk up to her and engage her in a small discussion as to why I was meeting with her, and then eventually handing her a flyer.
Okay. Is that what you did?
Yes.
All right. And I'm going to show you the flyer. I've marked as States Exhibit 83.
Okay.
Is that what you handed Mrs. Adelson?
And this is it, yes.
All right, Judge, I'd ask to introduce States 83.
Okay. States 83 is in a minute.
Okay, so it's a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet paper, right? Regular piece of paper,
Yes.
okay? With a printout of an article relating to the murder of Dan Markel, is that right?
That is correct.
And at this time, it's been a couple of years since the murder of Mr. Markel.
Yes.
Okay. And over here in handwritten, can you say what was printed there?
Yes, just call and text, and that's my undercover cell phone number and the $5,000 which was being asked for.
Okay, and this cell phone number that it belongs to the phone number that's written here, are you personally going to carry that around and answer it if someone calls it?
That is correct. That's solely in my hands, and I'm the only one answering. Or
Right.
a voicemail would answer.
And is there something you need to do if that occurs to record the phone call in question?
Well, the way, and I can't reveal too much tradecraft, but if I received a call and it went to voice,
In question?
well, the way, and I can't reveal too much tradecraft, but if I received a call and it went to voicemail, it would do a remote recording. It wouldn't be on the actual phone, so I didn't have access to any voicemails.
Okay, but if you're going to take the call, is there something you do that causes the call to be recorded?
Well, yes, I had to do something on the phone.
All right. Was the interaction, the bump that we're referring to it as, where you approached Donna Adelson and spoke with her, was that audio recorded?
It was audio and video recorded, yes.
How was it recorded?
I had an audio and video on my person, and I believe the surveillance security team also recorded that.
So we've got one angle that's what you're wearing and another angle from across the street.
That is correct.
Have you had an opportunity to review State's Exhibit 112, a thumb drive containing those two recordings?
Yes, I have.
And are those fair and accurate recordings, both of what you were wearing as well as the one taken from across the street?
Yes, they are.
Moving to evidence, State's 112, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
States 112 is admitted.
I'm showing you State's 117. Are those your initials on 117?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Were there phone calls that were made from or to the phone number on the phone flyer in connection with this investigation?
Yes.
Are those phone calls contained on State's Exhibit 117?
Yes, they are.
Moving to evidence, State's 117, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
States 117 is admitted.
And State's 117, those are all the phone calls associated with this number on the sheet here. We've got one from you to the Adelson Institute Family Business. Recall that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then one from Charlie Adelson to this phone number, is that right?
Yes.
And one from Donna Adelson to this phone number, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and those are all the phone calls. Nobody else called the number during the course of this operation that was answered?
That was
Agree?
answered, yeah.
Okay,
Correct.
there were a couple missed calls, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I have a question.
Sure.
When you indicated that you were playing the role of a gang member, what does that mean?
Well, a gang member is anybody that's involved in any type of organization or regarding criminal activity, involved in criminal activity.
Well, I know what a gang member is. I'm asking what were you going to do? What were you trying to portray yourself as? How was your demeanor? How were you going to act as a gang member?
You mean during the bump?
Yes, sir.
I was actually very friendly.
For the bump that was on the street?
Yes.
Okay. Mrs. Adelson told you that you scared her, didn't she?
I think she was startled. I mean, I'm not good looking, so maybe that scared her, but
Were you dressed up all pretty like you are today?
no, ma'am.
How were you dressed?
Just jeans and t-shirt and open, I believe, like a bluish button-down, open.
Okay. When you say you were friendly to her, was that what you said? You were friendly to her?
I was told to be very polite to her.
And were you?
I was.
Did you invite her out to lunch?
No, not exactly.
Okay. The area that you met her at, how was that selected?
That, I don't have the specifics. Special Agent Pat Sanford would be better to answer that.
Were you aware when you went out there that where you would run into her at that specific time of day? I mean, you just didn't stand there all day waiting for her, right?
I did not.
Okay. You knew a specific time in general that you thought you would see her there, correct?
The investigative team, I'm sure, did their homework and they knew, so.
Okay. Are you aware that that's the route that she took from where she was living down the block to pick up her grandchildren from school?
I was made aware of that, yes.
Thank you. Now, in the bump with the flyer that you handed to Miss Adelson, you had some information on there, $5,000. And when you spoke to her, what did you say to her?
Well, when I engaged her, to the best of my recollection, you know, I said to her that we know that their problem up north had been taken care of, and that Katie and Tuto are being taken care of, and my brother Tato has not been taken care of. He and his family have not been taken care of, and that they should take care of him and his family, something to that effect, him and his family, like they are taking care of Katie and Tuto.
And who's Tuto?
Tuto, from what I understand, was Sigfredo Garcia.
And who was Tato?
Tato was Luis Rivera.
You have a really interesting accent.
Yeah, that's because I'm fluent in Spanish. Yes.
Okay. Are you of Spanish descent, or you just have learned that?
I am.
You are? Okay. Thank you. You do it very well.
Thank you.
So you tell her that you know that her family is taking care of Tuto and Katie, but not your brother Tato.
Correct.
And Tato is Luis Rivera,
Correct.
and he was incarcerated at that time.
Correct.
And you told her that in the Broward County Jail, the two of you have been together, right?
I don't believe on the bump I said that.
Okay. And you tell her that you need $5,000 to take care of Tato, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And she told you she didn't know what you were talking about.
Well, during the bump, I didn't mention the 5,000 or anything. I didn't mention the money during the
The piece of paper said $5,000.
Well, the paper did, but verbally I didn't say it to her.
You said they needed to take care of Tato,
Yes, but I didn't say the dollar amount.
but you handed her a piece of paper
I
and it
did.
had it on there, correct?
Sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
She didn't pay you the $5,000, did she?
I don't believe they ever did.
Okay, and that was on April the 19th of 2016, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. So that's the 19th. As of the 23rd, you still had not heard from Mrs. Adelson, and so you sent her a letter, did you not?
That letter, I did not physically do it. That was the investigative team that wrote and sent that letter.
Were you aware of it?
At the time, I wasn't.
Did you become aware of it?
Later on, yes.
Okay. And the gist of it was nobody had heard back from her, correct?
I don't remember reading that letter.
So, but you're aware the letter was sent, right?
Later on, yes.
Okay. And then move forward all the way up to April the 28th of 2016. Mrs. Adelson has not called you back, correct?
I don't remember the dates that, accurately. I don't remember.
Okay, well, there's a phone call that's been introduced into evidence, so.
Well, yeah,
okay.
but you're asking me before that. I guess on the 28th, I received a call.
Well, on the 28th, you actually called the Adelson Institute, didn't
Yes,
you?
I did call.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were the first call then? You
Yes,
called the Adelson Institute?
Correct.
And
correct.
you were trying to reach Donna Adelson?
That is correct.
But she was not there?
Correct.
So you left a message saying, you're Sammy, and you haven't heard back from her, and let her know I called?
That is correct.
Okay. But she doesn't call you back right then, does she?
No, she did not.
And she didn't pay you the $5,000 you were looking for, correct?
Did not.
Okay. And so you called the Adel Institute and get no response. So then May the 4th of 2016, you sent a text to Donna Adelson at 2:09 in the morning, correct?
That is correct.
And on that text, you said, still have not heard from Donna. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. So you don't take me serious. You think I'm playing. You have some puta?
I think Puto.
Puto, call me to see if I'm for real. If you think what Katie baby daddy did for you can't come back, you're, excuse my language, fucking crazy. I want the and then it doesn't say now or I'm going after the 100K, right?
That's what I was told to write, yes.
Wasn't very polite there, was it?
Well, that's usually how somebody that's blackmailing somebody or extorting somebody in the criminal world would probably talk to somebody, yes.
Sure, it's more aggressive, right?
Absolutely.
Because you want her to incriminate herself by talking to you, pay the $5,000. You're looking for her to talk, right?
I'm just looking for her to send the money.
But she didn't send the money, did she?
She did not.
Okay. And then you got a call on, let's see, that was May the 4th. You still don't hear from Donna. But on May the 6th, no. May the 4th, you get a call from Charlie Adelson,
That is correct.
and you talk to him,
I did.
right? And that recording is in evidence, so we don't need to talk about that. But basically, you don't get anywhere with Charlie. He doesn't offer to pay you the $5,000, right?
No,
There's
he,
an argument in
Sustained.
Did he offer to pay you the $5,000?
no, he did not.
Okay, thank you. And then, finally, on May the 6th, Donna Adelson calls you back on that number that you had put on the paper, correct?
That is correct.
And we're gonna listen to the call through another witness, but the gist of it is, she's telling you, you tell her you know everything about everybody involved, right?
Correct.
And she tells you, you got the wrong person, I'm not involved, correct?
She did.
And she tells you, if you know everybody who is involved, go to the police, right?
She just said, go get the money from, she didn't say if I know everybody. She just said, I believe she said, just go collect the money.
Well, we'll play it so we'll know the exact
Okay,
words. But
that's fine.
she didn't offer to give you the $5,000 then.
No,
And she encouraged you to go get the $100,000, which was the reward at that time for
she did.
providing information regarding the homicide of Dan Markel.
She did.
Take your time.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a good day. I'm done with my questions.
Redirect examination.
Sir, we're gonna watch the video a little later with another witness, but did Donna Adelson have any children with her when you approached her?
She did not.
Okay, nothing further.
You may step down. Will the witness be recalled at all?
No, sir.
You are released. Have a good day.
Your Honor, we'll keep them under the state subpoena, so that we can call in our case in chief. Please.
Very well. The defense may call you as a witness. They will let you know if they choose to do so or not. Have a good day.
My understanding is that we're to coordinate that through Investigator Newland at the State Attorney's Office.
Yes.
So we'll keep you informed.
Please call your next witness.
State calls Special Agent Bronstein.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn, Special Agent. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
You may take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly. You can adjust the microphone if you need to. You may examine when you're ready.
Please say your name and spell your name.
Special Agent Luis Bronstein, Louis Bronstein.
How are you employed?
A special agent with the FBI.
How were you employed back in April of 2016?
Special agent with the FBI.
All right, and did you participate in a surveillance operation on April 20th of that year involving Charlie Adelson?
Yes.
Was your involvement in that operation related to a wiretap that was happening simultaneous with the surveillance operation?
Yes.
What was your role in the operation?
That day I started off on physical surveillance of the undercover bump operation for officer safety purposes. And then for the remainder of the day I was to be available for surveillance as needed.
Did you conduct some surveillance at a restaurant by the name of Dolce Vita in Miami?
Yes.
Where is that restaurant located?
North of Miami Beach. I don't remember the exact intersection.
Sunny Isles Beach, sound right?
Yes.
Are you from, I guess you said you did surveil the bump that took place earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what was your objective at the Dolce Vita restaurant?
Moved towards the Dolce Vita restaurant with the intent of conducting physical and technical surveillance of the meeting inside. Upon arrival in the parking lot, I met up with a technical agent from the FBI and received surveillance equipment in a bag. And I made my way into the restaurant and got situated as close as I could to Charlie and Katie.
Were some photographs taken of, is it Charlie Adelson you're referencing and Katherine Magbanua?
Yes.
Were some photographs taken of them outside the restaurant?
I believe so.
Okay, was that before or after the meeting that you're referencing?
I don't know that I can speak to that. I was not doing photography at the time.
All right, let me just show you what I've marked as State's Exhibit 137 to 140. Are you able to recognize these exhibits as photos of those two that were taken outside the restaurant where you did your surveillance on the occasion we're talking about?
Yes.
Just trying to make sure they're all fair and accurate.
Yes.
Okay. Judge, at this time I'd ask to move into evidence 137 through 140.
Any objection?
No objection.
States 137 through 140 admitted.
Publishing 137. Publishing 138. Publishing 139. Publishing 140. When you entered the restaurant, how close to the target subjects were you able to position yourself?
Let's say about 10 to 12 feet.
Okay, so just at the next table.
So, yeah, I want to say it would be the next table over, but there was possibly a span where there should have been a table, so just estimating, based off recollection, it would be about 12 feet.
All right, and did the bag contain any video equipment?
I believe so.
All right, so you were recording both video and audio of this restaurant conversation?
Yes.
Are you familiar with the equipment that was inside the bag there?
I had not seen it before that day. That was my first look at it.
Did
but I
you
can,
understand how to operate it when you went into the restaurant to use it?
yes,
Okay, so you were able to successfully capture that restaurant conversation with
That's
that
correct.
equipment? Okay. Can you describe anything about their demeanor that you observed during this conversation?
it was tough to hear because of the air conditioning system. Based on visual observation, body language, they were having a conversation with each other. They were paying attention to what each other was saying. I could not make out very many particular words, except there was a moment where the AC was abnormally quiet for the restaurant. I did hear something, but it was a very small snippet of a sentence. They maintained their conversation with each other, and throughout the duration of my sitting in there, I became less and less worried that they would notice me sitting nearby because they were paying very close attention to what each other was saying.
Okay. And have you had an opportunity to review the recordings of the, that came out of the operation from that day?
Yes,
Okay, and are they fair and accurate recordings?
yes,
Right. And I asked you the date, April 20th of 16, but I didn't ask you the time. Do you know the time that meeting occurred, time of day?
afternoon around 3:45 or 4.
And I asked you if you had an opportunity to review it, States Exhibit 114. Judge, at this time, I'd ask to move 114 into evidence.
Any objection? States 114 is admitted.
Any efforts to clarify the audio from that recording and try to take out some of that background noise, would that have anything to do with you, or would that be somebody else's job?
That's somebody else's work.
All right, no further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
No questions.
You may step down. Will he be recalled by either party? You are released. Please call your next witness.
State House, James McElven.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
I do.
You may take your seat. Please speak loudly and clearly.
Sir, please introduce yourself and spell your name.
James Keith McElven, McElveen.
How are you employed?
I work as a forensic scientist. I'm an electrical engineer. I work at Wave Sciences in Charleston, South Carolina.
And what type of work do you perform at that business?
I mostly do audio research, particularly in forensics.
Can you describe your education and experience in that field?
I am a master's level engineer, electrical engineer, and I've had 35 going on 40 years of experience.
And as part of your work, do you clarify audio recordings?
I do. I also sit on committees that write international standards for audio forensics.
Okay. And approximately how long have you been doing the type of work that you did in this case specifically?
Probably about 25 to 30 years now.
All right, Judge, at this time, I would tender the witness as an expert in the field of electrical engineering,
Electrical engineering and forensics.
electrical
forensics.
engineering and audio forensics, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to voir dire the witness?
Not on these topics.
Any objection to him providing an opinion while testifying?
No, Your Honor.
Members of the jury, the witness will be permitted to testify in the form of an opinion in the fields of electrical engineering and audio forensics. You may continue.
And I think you testified you have a master's in electrical engineering, is that right?
That's correct.
And you were the program manager for a government organization that included tech ops work?
Yes,
Okay, and also have done some work with private companies doing government contract type of work, is that right?
yes.
Okay. Did you found the company that you're currently with?
I did.
Have you published articles related to your field?
Yes, I have, multiple.
Have you ever testified as an expert before in this area?
I have.
Okay, were you asked to clarify some recordings made at the Dolce Vita restaurant in association with this case?
Yes, I was.
What items were you provided with?
2 audio-video recordings from 2 different devices that were in the restaurant, one of which had better video and one of which had better audio.
Okay, and were you able to put those together and give us the best product that you know how to give us to help us make out the words the best we can?
Yes,
All right, and in that process, do you do anything that changes or alters the speaking voices that are on the audio recording?
only how do I put this? We don't alter the subject's voice. We leave it natural and as untouched as possible. What we do is suppress everything else that's not in that place we're trying to focus on.
What were the issues with this particular exhibit as far as being able to hear it in its raw form?
Well, it was a restaurant and a busy restaurant. There was everything from typical restaurant noises with coffee grinders and espresso machines and such as that going on. The position of the recording devices also made them pick up noises coming from the kitchen. So there was dishwasher and vegetable chopping type sounds going on back there, kids screaming, voices playing in a television. So it's easier probably to list what wasn't on the recording than what was.
Okay, and can you explain the process you used to clarify the audio on this exhibit?
Yes, so what we do is we treat the sound that's captured on the recording more like it's the light captured by a camera. So if you do any photography and you use a lens, you may think of the kind of the classic taking a picture down a picket fence, and you can focus on one of the wooden slats in the fence and it's sharp, but all the rest of them in the foreground and the background are blurred out and maybe invisible. So that's our approach, and we're able to set the focus spot on the subjects that we were asked to enhance, and then blur out, like those missing pickets in the fence, everything else in the restaurant.
Okay. And are the results of your audio efforts contained on the exhibit in front of you, State's Exhibit 115?
Yes.
All right, and did you also, for us, pair the audio with the video that was available of that particular event?
In Dolce Vita, we did not.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to review State's Exhibit 116, which does include both the audio, the video, and the transcript of that event?
Yes, although we did not review the transcript content.
Okay.
We did review the audio and the video, and it does match the enhanced audio that we provided.
Okay, so everything seems to be appropriately lined up with the audio clarification that you did.
Yes, I just don't want to step outside my role as in audio forensics and speak to a transcript.
Understood. All right, Judge, at this time, I'd ask to move into evidence States 115 and 116.
Any objection?
If I understand the witness's testimony, he's not able to say that the transcript is accurate?
That was Ms. Magbanua's part, Your Honor.
She has already authenticated as a part of her
Okay.
testimony.
No objection, Your Honor.
States 115 and 116 are admitted.
Did you also do some work on State's Exhibit 132, a recording from a Matt Surrey restaurant?
I did.
All right, and were the same processes that you previously described with the prior exhibit used on this one as well?
They were.
Okay, and does State's Exhibit 132 contain the audio product that you generated?
Yes.
Okay, and has the audio been paired with the video accurately in State's Exhibit 133 also in front of you?
Yes.
All right, Judge, at this time I'd ask to move into evidence States 132 and 133.
Any objection?
Just a moment, Your Honor. No objection, Your Honor.
States 132 and 133 are admitted.
All right, and then you also have an Exhibit 118 in front of you. Did you do some work on a phone call? Phone call?
Yes.
Okay, and is the work that you did on clarifying that phone call fairly and accurately contained on State's Exhibit 118?
Yes, it is.
All right, Judge, that's just for identification only at this time. No further questions.
Very well. Cross-examination.
Just briefly, Your Honor. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, with respect to the second restaurant footage that you enhanced, am I to understand that you enhanced an enhancement more recently? Did you provide additional materials recently to the State Attorney's Office?
What we did was not an enhancement. We only took the audio track and put it with the video track. So
That's what you-
we
that-
didn't touch anything but just basically save the original, the processed audio that we did and the original video and just saved it in a different format.
Okay, so then that's what you did recently?
Yes.
Okay,
So no enhancement done in that step.
okay. And then, yes, were you ever provided with the audio of the interview done by law enforcement of Wendi Adelson on July 18th of 2014?
No, I was not.
And specifically the end of that interview when Miss Wendi Adelson calls my client.
Not to my recollection. I do not believe so.
And so the government did not ask you to do that.
Correct.
Just a moment. Nothing further, Your Honor?
Redirect examination.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You may step down, sir. Will he be recalled by either party?
Not from the State, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
You are released. Have a good day. Please call your next witness.
They call Special Agent Kendall.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
You may take your seat.
Thank you.
Please speak loudly and clearly.
Sir, please introduce yourself and spell your name.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Brian Kendall, BrianKendall.
How are you employed, sir?
I'm currently employed at a private investment firm.
What about back in April of 2016?
At that time, I worked as a police officer for the city of Plantation, and I was also assigned to a federal task force.
As part of your work with the federal task force, did you participate in a surveillance operation involving a Charlie Adelson?
Yes, I did.
All right. Was the surveillance that you conducted of Mr. Adelson related to a wiretap that was happening simultaneously with your part in the investigation?
That's correct.
What is it that you were asked to do?
I was asked to surreptitiously record Mr. Adelson at a restaurant on the night, I believe it was April 20th, 2016.
How about April 21st?
21st, correct.
Okay, and who was Mr. Adelson meeting with at that restaurant?
His father, Mr. Harvey Adelson.
All right, and was that the Matsuri restaurant?
Yes, a sushi restaurant in Miami.
What equipment was used when you went in to record?
I had a covert surveillance recording device that recorded in audio and video.
How covert was it?
It wasn't the most sophisticated device. Would you like me to describe it?
Yes, please.
It almost looked like what they call now a man bag, or a large bag that had a hidden recorder and video equipment inside of it.
And was there any sort of strategic problem with using that sort of messenger-style bag under the circumstances inside this particular restaurant?
Yeah, so when I entered the restaurant, I saw Mr. Charles Adelson and Mr. Harvey Adelson sitting at the sushi bar. There was an unoccupied stool next to Mr. Harvey Adelson, so I took a position directly next to Mr. Harvey Adelson because it was extremely loud in the restaurant. I put the bag directly on the sushi bar between myself and Mr. Harvey Adelson.
Okay, and what does it mean to get made?
Obviously, when you get made, they identify who you are and they know you're up to, maybe they identify that you're law enforcement or they know what you're doing.
And do you think that might have happened on this effort?
I think it was pretty obvious that my actions were probably a little suspicious to them, correct?
Have you had an opportunity to review the recording from your messenger bag device, State's Exhibit 131?
Yes,
And is that a fair and accurate recording of what was captured from your device that day?
yes it is.
Okay. And as far as clarification of any audio that was present on that recording device, would you be responsible for that, or was that Mr. McElven that we just heard from?
Yes, I never even, other than authenticating it, I'd never reviewed it.
All right, move into evidence, States 131, Your Honor.
An objection.
No objection.
States 131 is admitted.
No further questions, Judge.
Cross-examination.
No questions.
You may step down. Will this witness be recalled by either party?
No, Your Honor.
You are released, sir.
Thank you.
Please approach.